Hey there, it's Brittany, and I am back. I have 3 huge boxes full of beads. There are 2 lots I got from eBay, and one of the lots was really expensive, and I am going to be destashing most of it. I already set up the sale in my group. It's going to be in November, but I want to go through what I got with you. This first one, though, it's going to be a series of videos because there's just so much going on. So this first one is not that lot. This one is a separate one I bought from the same seller. But the first thing I noticed is they put all of the beads loose in this packing material. This lampwork one that you can kind of see right there has a chip in it, and I'm really upset because it's only one and it's really pretty. But I was thinking before we go through like what's in this bag, I'm gonna dump it out and we're gonna sort it, and then we can go through it because you can't really tell what's going on, and I think that'll be a little bit fun. You guys seem to like the sorting videos, so let's get to it. I'm gonna just kind of pour everything out. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna pour it out into a tray so you can kind of see what's going on. Some things are on strands still, but honestly, like, there are free floating seed beads in here, and I'm like, what were you thinking, seller? What were you thinking? So that's all the beads. It was kind of like a vintage / like natural Halloween themed lot, and I thought it was so awesome. And there was just some things in here I could not believe I saw. So yeah, this is what we're gonna kind of grab some of these little trays and maybe some baskets or something. I don't know. What can I sort into? I have some of these trays. I think those will be helpful for like seed beads and stuff. And then maybe I'll just do piles of the larger things. It's gonna all be in fast forward, so we'll see. We'll see what works, what doesn't. And then I'm just gonna set the strands to the side, and we can go through everything in a traditional like unboxing. So okay, so that was a lot of fun for me, but it was also really frustrating just thinking about like, why did that person do that? I think if I wasn't doing it for camera, I'd be doubly upset, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, there didn't really seem to be much damage other than this big chunk out of this gorgeous lampwork bead. But the funny thing is the pieces weren't in the beads, so I'm wondering if it was just broken beforehand. The thing is, I still want to use it at some point. So there are a few things I can do. I can try and fill this with resin and cure it, or I can try and fill it with clay and cure that and sand it off. But I wouldn't wear it like that because it is sharp. So, but isn't it gorgeous? Beautiful, like mustard color. I don't know why it's not really in focus, but with baby blue dots. I really love it. It's large. How big is this? Let me see if I can find my caliper. It's in the place it's supposed to be. Imagine that. Yeah, it's 25 millimeter. It's very large. 25 millimeters, I should say. Okay, so there's one of the focals. There were a lot of focals in here, but also a lot of loose beads. We had a huge strand of glass beads. These are dirty. Like, everything in here was mildly dirty. Like, I'm gonna have to definitely wash this strand. I will be destashing these beads because the other haul that I got also has a couple strands of this at least in it. So those I'm not gonna be keeping. Next we had like a regular shell strand. It's pretty. It's just like yellow brown, like an ambery color. I might keep those. I don't know, maybe I'll sell them. This strand I'm super excited about because when I saw it in the photos, it was just yellow, and I was like, oh, I have those beads. They're ceramic, but I had them in turquoise. No, these are color magic beads. These are the color changing with your body heat. So I'm always a hot-blooded mama here. So we've got purple. It's turning from yellow to purple. So I am like, that was a pleasant surprise that these weren't ceramic, that they were the magic beads. So very, very excited about those. Another thing that caught my eye in the photos were these African beads, and so the strand was either untied when they put it in or it came untied. I don't know. So we have these. So there were several of those loose in the mix, and then there were some smaller ones too. So I'm so excited. There were 2 strands of African beads in here. So it's this strand and then this strand, which they're a little different than the Crobo beads. These are I can't remember, sand cast beads maybe? I can't remember. I don't know how these are made. It might be similar to the other style, but I'm not 100% sure. And then we've got a big recycled glass bead there in the middle. Like that. This is like a really nice, just like I would wear this as a necklace too. It's just really, it's long enough to be over the head. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because it's really pretty yellow. So maybe restring it. Who knows? That I think was it for the strands. And then we had 4 donuts in this mix. We had 2 black. One's a little shinier than the other, but that's okay because this could go on a more rustic looking necklace. I actually kind of like how that's a little beat up. And then we have a really shiny one. And we have 2, I think these are magnesite donuts, which is really nice because earlier in the year I got a haul that had magnesite in it, this color, plus this had a mix of magnesite and orange, this bright fiery orange red, and I have some of these that can supplement it. And then in the other haul that I'll be doing several videos of, there are just a few pieces of these too. So I'm very excited about that. We had some just matte glass round coins. Very nice. This was just like a little mix of things that really didn't have a spot. So 2 black stone pieces, 2 orange shells. Oh, this one could have gone in the lampwork pile. I'll put that in the lampwork pile. And this one probably could have gone in the lampwork pile too. It looks like somebody tried to wire wrap it. And then there's just a little wood bead. Some random, I think some of these are Czech glass. Some of them are just glass. Little amber, little orange colors. Here are the seed beads. I didn't separate them by color just because there were 2 colors. There was an orange and then oranger. Sorry, I cracked myself up. We had these beads. I actually don't know what these are. I don't know if they're glass or acrylic. Yeah, I can't tell. There's no seam. Oh, I think they're coated glass. Yeah, I think they're coated glass because I can see, like, if we can let my camera focus, the coating is wearing off there. So that leads me to believe it's glass because normally if it's acrylic, you wouldn't coat it. I mean, sometimes acrylic is coated. See, like, it can scratch that off. That's not so great. But I don't know. I don't know if it's glass or not. I actually don't mind that that's scratched off because it kind of looks a little spooky and you could put that in some Halloween stuff. Well, here's a lampwork mix. All in orange. I'm really loving these elongated melons. Love those. This guy's pretty cool. A little heart. And then just some random oranges and browns in different shapes, textures, and sizes. So really nice mix. I don't know that I would use all of those together. I would probably just pick and choose one here or there. And then we got this really cool one. It's got like a flower printed in it. Next we had some Czech beads. Oh, one of those got in there. We have some Czech beads. They're brown and orange. Czech rondelles. And I don't know if you saw while I was sorting, I had two rondelles that looked very similar, but one was Czech and one wasn't, and they were black. And I'll show you the difference in a little bit when I grab those, because I put all of the stuff that I had to take out of the containers, so I still had enough containers. I took all of those out and put them in baggies, so we'll go through that in a minute. We have, I think these are dyed bone beads, batik bone beads. Aren't these awesome? They're hearts, first of all. They're orange, and they've got polka dots. Like, if I wanted to be a bead, I think it would be this bead today, because it's just so cool. So cool. I wish I had like 10 strands in every single different color in the world. I go big or go home, guys. We had some charms. So we had two of these little rose charms, which I just thought were so sweet. Very cute for zipper pulls, bracelets, or earrings. And we had two Buddha charms, which I thought also were pretty cool. Next we had some more Czech beads in red. I don't have these. They're really cool. They're red Picasso table cut rounds. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Aren't those nice? I really like those. We had some tiger eye nuggets. Not the highest quality tiger eye, but they're definitely more rustic. Rustic tiger eye has its time and place too. Love it. Then we have some, I think these are Z agates. They're not obviously real. They're, they're real. You can see them. They're faux, I guess is what I should say. Just like all the other Z beads I have. So they're very cool. I don't know if that's supposed to be a leaf. I don't know if it's a tree, a plant, some other kind of symbol, but very nice. Very nice. And you can see through them. Oh, you can't see through them, but they're translucent. So that's how I know they're stone. Okay, and then we had like a little stone mix here. So these, are these Briolettes? Yeah, they are. They have very pointy tops here. Very pointy. I don't know what kind of stone that is. Goldie is trying to get my attention. She sneezed a couple times, which is her go-to. I need something. And then she just licked my leg, and now she whined, so I have to check on her. Okay, I asked the poor girl for 10 minutes so I could get through the rest of this video. Let's see if she'll let me. I think she's Hungry. I can't say it or else she'll pop up. Actually, these are glass. These are not gemstones. So I'm going to move those over to my lampwork mix. And then we've got two, probably agate, maybe carnelian, but I think it's a little too orange. Who knows? It could be dyed, but this one might be carnelian too. So they're very pretty. I think I would use these in bracelets as a focal. I could see this with some turquoise. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do that with that one. These would be really scrumptious earrings. Fall earrings. Oh my gosh, those would be gorgeous. All right, and then we only have a few more things in this one, and these are surprisingly more interesting than I thought they were. Like when I saw the listing, I was like, oh, I don't really care about those, but they're really cool. They're nice metal pumpkin beads, and I could do so much with that. I could paint them with patina paints, I could stain them with patina paints, I could do like a faux enamel with them. I just think they're so cool. I didn't think I was gonna like those as much as I did, and they looked a little cheaper in the photos than they actually feel in real life. Then we have these are a surprise to me. I knew they were going to be in there, but I couldn't really tell from the listing what they were. And I think they're Z beads. They feel a lot like the ones that I got from Tucson, that had the star and the hearts on them. And the cool thing is I got these in both hauls, so, and quite a few of them. I think I might just stash some of these. I might hold on to them for a little while, but I think I might sell them by the bead because I haven't seen these before. The other really cool thing is they remind me of like Bikini Bottom, the town in SpongeBob, like the flowers and all the sea anemones and stuff looked like this. So I think that reminds me a lot of SpongeBob. And then last but not least, one of the things that really drew me to this lot were these animal beads. And it's funny because I checked in with the seller because I was like, what are those? Are they plastic? Are they brass? And she's like, you know what? I think it was a she. I actually don't know. They said, I don't know. They seem pretty light. They might be coated acrylic. And I was like, okay. And then I thought on it and I looked at everything else in the mix, even though nothing was like sorted out like this. It was artfully put together, but nothing was sorted out like this. I was like, you know what? Okay, I think I'll go for it because I really liked these beads. I really liked these beads. Like this sold it for me. But then I said, you know, these are really fun and I haven't seen anything like that. So we have some brass cats. They're just so cool. I love them. And they've got a hole in the side. And then we've got some frogs. So like cats and frogs, like what kind of mix is that? Well, look how goofy that little frog face is. Oh my goodness, I love it. And if you can hear my dryer in the background, it's going off. And if you know how to stop dryers from making that noise, that would be great. But it's got its own like little Yankee Doodle song that it plays me every time it stops. So anyway, I really love those. And I actually forgot, I put some stuff in Baggie. So let's go through that really quickly. There's only about 5 or 6 of these, maybe 10 tops. So let's see. So let me show you the difference here between what I was telling you were Czech glass rondelles and the regular glass rondelles. And these could be crystal, they could be just glass. I don't know. But I'm sure many of you know this already. But this is the Czech glass rondelle. Okay, you see how rounded it is and how the hole is rounded. Now this is just probably Chinese glass. The hole is off center. It's a lot more crisp and the hole is crisp itself too. So it's not rounded. So you can definitely tell the difference between a Czech glass rondelle if you look closely and a Chinese glass. And I say Chinese glass because that's mostly where a lot of these rondelles come from, but it could be made somewhere else too. So those were the 2 different black rondelles. Just a little black fire polish mix. 2 different sizes. I don't know what these are. I think they're some type of stone, but I don't know what type. They're cute little wonky teardrops. One is broken, so let's see what the side looks like. Yeah, that's some kind of man-made bead. I don't know. Maybe it's like painted hematite or something. I don't know. It looked a little metallic-y. I haven't seen that before. They're not metal. I put these 2 together just because they were both orange and there weren't very many of each one. But look, they had some little Czech cats in there in orange. I thought they were so cute. And then some orange Picasso table cut rectangles. So cool. We had some African white heart beads, which I was surprised to find when I was sorting. The funny thing is I just bought a ton of these from Chelsea's Beads. They sent an email and they were the best prices I've ever seen on white hearts. And I have 1 strand of these. So I ended up getting all the colors because they were that good of a price. And I made sure before I bought them. So we'll talk about that when that gets here later this week. These are just smaller Chinese or crystal rondelles. We have some little flat rondelles in bright orange. I don't know if those are Czech or not. It's not a shape you truly see that often, at least me, with Czech. Some fire polish beads in orange. Nice color. Some jonquil fire polish beads. Such a happy color. I don't really use jonquil that much because it's a happy color, but it's just such a strange shade. Oh, I lost it, of yellow that I just traditionally don't see, or usually don't see that in my designs. Some cane or furnace glass. Just a few of them, but they're still really cool. Although I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Yeah, it is. It's just vintage for sure. They did say a lot of this stuff was vintage. I mean, some of it we can tell is brand new, but some of it's definitely old. Like these are old. Like probably these are old. I think the brass beads are old. So a lot of them are older. And then this is also one of the reasons I bought this lot, because these are very expensive. Usually when you see them, if you can find them, they're hands. I can't tell if these are Czech or not. They are pressed glass, and you can tell because the seam, they were pressed into a mold. I do need to wash these. They're very dirty, but I think they're very cool. They're just really cool. I love hands, so I can't wait to use these in some designs. So I had a blast with this. The sorting wasn't my favorite, but it really did get me to see every like little bead and notice like little nuances and things through them. So I kind of told you already, but my favorite are these hands, the Z beads, my little animals. Oh my gosh, they're so cute, and there's so many of them. I could just be happy and use some and then keep some. My little bone hearts. I really do like these magnesite donuts because they're so vibrant. And oh, these. So good day. This was a good haul for sure. So stay tuned for Goldie. She's super cute. Please like, subscribe, and share. And then stay tuned. I have 2 huge boxes. The other one it's actually from the same seller. Ended up being 35 pounds. So I actually had to go to my car, get my car, go to the mailbox, and drive it back because I wasn't walking all the way to the mailbox. It's not on my house. It's in a congregation spot. But yeah, I had to go drive and pick them up today. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hey, cutie. Are you really sleeping? Goldie. Hi, cutie. Hi, sweetie. You sleeping? All you do, bud. You're so cute.